Hello and welcome back to Moss Valley. With the bales cleared from field GamingFFC, we now need to start on getting it mulched. Meanwhile, the best price has been reached for some of the farm's products, so it's time to start selling. How much will we make? Let's get farming. We're starting off today with selling the eggs. We've got a trailer full of them packed. We got 9,800. And we're gonna run down to our best price shop, which is down the bottom here. I drove through one road to get to the eggs and to get down here that happened to have a few puddles in, and you can see the incredible amount of mud that we now have on our Land Rover. I'm gonna go into the pond. Let's navigate around that. So it's not easy to see, and I'm actually, in fact, I really would like to have the windscreen wipers clear this, but can't really at the moment. Working windscreen wipers would be a really nice feature to have on Farm Sim. Maybe that's what we'll get in the next game. A nice little bit of working wipers and maybe some water and mud on the windscreens as well. Now, the place we're looking to sell to is right out the far side of the map over here. It is, again, one of those far-reaching satellite sell points. And it's just on the corner here where that truck is. In fact, that is where it is. I'm going to pull in here and get these dropped off. Now, we're running at 5 times today because we have quite a few bits to do and not a lot of daylight to do it in. So running at 10 times would make it almost impossible. But we've had to start at 10:30 just to have enough time to do everything. And that has sold the eggs, 23,177 with a 461 environment score. That is not bad at all, considering we only had about 10,000 litres of eggs. So very happy with that. That is a cracking start to the day. Before we continue on the farm, this video is brought to you in partnership with the awesome people at Apex Gaming PCs. I've teamed up with Apex Gaming PCs to create a custom line of PCs suitable for everyone from beginner farmers to virtual farming experts. And the highest spec machines are also perfect for streaming and content creation. Apex Gaming PCs have dropped the prices on almost all their products by 30%, so there's never been a better time to go check them out. I had originally thought that we were going to need to deal with the weeds in field 25 today, but instead I have got the mulcher actually starting on this field up here, and that is because basically we need to get the mulching done, and the weeds are going to require a sprayer. So we're going to probably lease that after we've done all the sell-off and can get the weeds actually sprayed. So much better to have the mulcher actually out there and doing stuff. Take this back up our very muddy road here. And this is basically the road I came down. And you can see the state of my Land Rover as I'm going up it. So we'll get to the top here, and then we're going to go and park all of this by the pressure washer so that we can get it cleaned off. I do not like having my landy this dirty, so we'll be able to just give it a quick clean down, be able to see out the window again, and then we'll head over and start loading up the canola, because the canola is the main reason we're doing the sell-off today. We've got 106,000 litres of canola, and it is at its best price. It's probably going to be worth somewhere around 200,000, I think, if we can sell it today. So we definitely want to get on to that. In fact, yeah, there we are. The price is beginning to drop. We have 83,000 litres, and we can sell it for 109,000. So not quite as much as I thought I could, but it's still worth a lot of money. So we want to get that sold today. We want to look at possibly getting the bread sold soon. That is on the up, so that might sell today. That might be better later. And the flour as well. We've got £67,000 worth of that. But that is 57,000 litres. So we've got a lot to get sold, a lot to load up, and a lot of work to do. So we'll start filling our trailer up with canola. There's 83,000 litres in our store. We can take 16,000 litres at a time. So this is going to be a pretty long-winded job to get all of this done. Multiple trips. And I need to head out here. Oh, we're going to need to go to the fuel tank first. Grab some fuel into here before we can get this going. Fuel tank on this farm is in such an awkward place. And we haven't made it any easier on ourselves by putting the DEF tank down here as well. Let's refill that. While that's refilling, let's see where the best price for canola is. Tag it. That is Ridgeway Goods. That, in fact, is exactly where we've just been. So, start the engine up, and off down there we head. And, yeah, I think based on that, we're going to have probably about 4 to 5 trips in this tractor to do to get this all tipped today. Thankfully, we're going downhill to get it unloaded and then only coming uphill on our way home. Where we are as we go into next year on the farm is going to be very telling. I think I'm going to keep track of everything and make sure that we don't lose sight of our ultimate goal in this series by paying off as much of the loan as I can after we've done this year's sales. We are going to get a fair amount from this trailer load. And ready for the big bang. There we go. And this is our first load of canola out of the trailer. That is going up fast. 21,000 off the first load. That's really good. And a 430 environmental score. Yeah, more of that. We want to be well, as close to 200,000 as we can be after this sale. And yeah, then we're going to start jumping forward a bit and seeing exactly how much we can get off here this year. I don't know whether to set the flour into bread and start selling that over the year, or whether we just want to start selling the flour as well as the bread. I'm just looking at the price that we're selling the flour and the bread for, and we've got a third of the amount of bread as we have flour, but it's selling for about the same price. I think we want to be converting as much as we can. We have got a whole load of flour in our bakery, so we are still making bread. I think, though, I'm going to start transferring that over. Yeah, and in fact, we've got to refill the sorghum and the barley in our windmill too to get that working. So there's a few bits to get moving around those today as well. The beauty of dealing with the bread, or converting as much of our flour into bread as we can, is that we then have to deal with a third of the number of pallets if we do it as that. So let's start filling with some more canola. So we are going to turn the flour back into distribution mode so that that heads over. And yeah, we need to get some more sorghum into there and some more barley. While we're filling up, though, I'm going to go and put some more straw into our production. We want to take the straw from this end here because this is almost onto the road. And what we'll do is we will try and grab 6 bales off the end. Nice long spike straight through both this pile and the next pile. It up. Rock it back slightly. Yeah, there we go. 6 bales. And these should all manage to go into our heating plant, especially if we're careful. The other way to do it would be to do it from sideways on. It might be a little bit more secure. But we can just pile these in front here. They'll start to immediately go in. And in fact, I think we might be able to get a second pile there. Nope, we'll just pile some more in when we come back. And those done as well. And now that our canola is filled up, it's time for our second trip to go and sell that. I think a lot of our issue with our bread is actually how quickly we can process the flour into it. It's still very full, the bakery, and as a result, it's not able to process everything we got. And we got way more flour than that can process at the moment. We currently have stored in the windmill 43,000 liters of flour, and our bakery can only hold 65,000, and it's full. We're filling it up now. So yeah, it's not able to cycle through things really quick enough. It might be a case that maybe we have to place a second bakery. If we're being that successful and we want to get all of that bread out, maybe a second bakery is the way to go, and see if we can produce double the bread that we're currently doing. Certainly maximizing how much we can get in bread from our farm is going to get us a lot closer to that £1 million target we've got in just 12 months time. Unfortunately, there of course is another downside to getting a second bakery. We will have to pay a lot of money to get it. Let's have a look here. Construction wise, for 50,000 we can place a bakery. In fact, we've got a couple of bakeries, both at a 50,000 base game. Do we have anything in the premium edition? Yeah, we have another bakery there that's 50,000. So there's a few choices of bakery that we could place. We actually, I think, do have... Yeah, we do have space to place it. We've got a whole load of room around here that we could... I wonder if we could place it over by our actual bakery. So is there any space around here where our bakery is at the moment? There might be sort of around here, but we'd have to... Yeah, lots of overlapping and things like that. We've got the place anywhere, so if we can find a space to place it, we can place it. But at the moment, there's not really anywhere around here that it could go. We'd need to find somewhere back at our own farm for it to be placed. So really, it's going to be a bit difficult for us to get a second bakery going up here, unless we can find a small one that we can place up here. At the moment, there's not really anywhere to get that going. Speaking of getting things going, before we head down to get the canola sold, and before I drive out the yard, let's just grab another 6 bales and get them over to our heating plant so that we can keep that going and keep the money coming in from that. This might, this time, actually place us over the 100,000, and certainly it seems to be handling all of those bales really nicely. Yeah, that is a good speed with which that heating plant is working. So third load down to the toll point, and it's now 20 past 1, so we're making good progress on this. I think we only have 2 more loads to go after this, so we should get all of these done today. With most of our most of our best prices going to be either next day or next month. We're very much looking at then getting things in order for a second day's worth of selling. Certainly we want to get all the bread sold tomorrow. I think we can invest with the flour in getting this done. 49,000 liters of flour. We half that. That's 24,000 liters of flour. That is going to be more money than we're getting there. In fact, it's going to be more than the cost of a new bakery. So I think overall we've got the excess flour at the moment to go and do that. we can place the bakery. We know overall we will make more money, and it will be easier from a distribution point of view. So I just need to find somewhere to place it, and then we can double our bread output. Get this refilling again with our fourth load. We have 33,000 liters left. Oh, I think that's going to be just over a full trailer for our last load, which is really annoying. How are we doing? We've got 2 remaining bales over there. We are absolutely burning through these bales today. No pun intended. But we need to get these all through here. We need to get these all processed because they're gonna make us quite a bit of cash. I think that these are probably a little bit far out from the actual heating plant. So if we push them in, they might disappear into it. No, I think the heating plant is just full. That's all right. We'll stack this lot on top, and then that should get those processed before we get back again. And yeah, get all of these in. Just keep shoving bales in here all the time, and we will make a ton of money off, quite frankly, one of the most annoying jobs I think I've done on this farm. In for our fourth load. Let's bring this round and get it hit. And we're already up to 120,000. Getting that straw going through is paying off. And in a minute, we should be up to about 142,000, I think, by the time this is all tipped. And there it goes. Half the trailer gone and the full trailer finished. 142,346. Absolutely brilliant. So one more full trailer to go, and that should get us over 160,000. Back up to the farm for our final full load, and I'm half tempted to leave the remains of the canola in here to include with next year's, because it's 17,166 liters that we have left. Let's just pop up here and check on the state of our bales. Again, the pile is getting lower. In fact, yeah, there's just 1 bale left. So we'll grab another stack of 6 off here. 6 seems to be a fairly magic number as far as getting these. So that's what I want to do. And this has been a pretty good start to our second year sell-off. Of course, this is the second year that we are selling a load of stuff off from the farm, and it's working quite well. 142,000 so far, and we're a long way from doing everything. I am very tempted to set the bread to just automatically sell and just keep that going that way round. Right, let's try and get this all in here right next to it. We're a little bit blocked by that one, but we should be all right. Yeah, let's just tip that pile there. That might all go. Certainly the stuff on top of it will. It can be fairly difficult to get everything to go in here, but that should do for now. And what we want to do then is grab our tractor and trailer and go and do our last run of canola. And what we're going to do after that is we're going to refill the windmill with both wheat and barley and keep that going as well. Keep creating that flour and keep producing bread. And I think we might try and find somewhere to put a new bakery in and start producing more bread. And then, as I said, it might be wise just to be automatically selling it throughout the year to keep everything turning over and keep that money coming in. Last load down to the sell point. And this is, as I said, going to take us to at least 163,000. Maybe a little bit more. Up the trailer goes. And in the canola goes. Takes a little while for that trailer to open. 163,500. Very nicely done. We just got to get this back up to the farm now. We've only 666 liters left. So what I think we'll do is we'll leave that in there, and we can deal with that along with next year's crop. What we need to do now is get the wheat and the barley into our windmill, because the windmill is actually, the windmill has, it's fine for wheat. We need to get the barley in there. Is there any sorghum left in our store? No, we have no sorghum left at all. So yeah, that needs to be deactivated. So we'll deactivate that when we get up there, and we'll go and refill the wheat and put all of our barley into there and keep that producing flour and producing extra cash from those. So pull this under here, grab some barley and get that loaded up. We've got 76,000 liters of that. And processing that is going to give us, oh wow, 23 liters for every 30. So basically half of what we've got. Oh, this is going to be very rough maths, but it's a huge increase in how much it's worth. I'll have to work it out before next time, but this is more than worth doing. We will deactivate the sorghum flour because we're not using that. And then we can go and tip this. That will keep all of this running overnight, and we can keep putting this into here to keep this topped up. Yeah, best way for us to make as much money as possible on here is definitely going to be to keep feeding the windmill the grain, keep producing the flour from it, and once we produce the flour, to then keep turning that into bread. I think I need to find somewhere to place a second bakery to keep the bread coming. Let us know in the comments if you think that is the right way for me to go, and whether we should just get the bread automatically selling throughout the year, or whether we should just leave it as it is and sell it when we absolutely get the best price. For now though, I'm gonna leave this here, so all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.